Every day, thousands of games are published to Roblox, and 99% of those fail. And so today, I'm going to be reviewing some of my subscribers' games and helping you be the 1% of games that succeed. Before I jump into this, if you want to be a part of these videos, join the Discord. The link is in the description. The first game is Rot Obby by Zions. Okay, immediately inside this game, I'm noticing a couple things wrong. Trends like Rot Obby here only last a little bit because they are just that, trends. They ride the wave of momentum, but until that momentum dies, usually after a couple weeks to months, the game ends up dying too. Also, why is this so hard? On that first section, it is so easy to die, and there is just no need to make it that difficult. Later in the obby is okay, but the first 15 stages should be very easy, if not automatic. Besides that, I have a couple other lighting concerns, but it's not the end of the world. Just focus on making your game easier, and in your next game, try not to focus so hard on a trend. You can make a trend a part of your game, but don't make it the whole game. I do really like your UI, the sidebar is really clean, and everything up top is clean too. Just focus on those things and it'll be good for your next game. This next game is called Spray It by Karma. This game has over 800,000 visits and almost 50,000 favorites. As soon as I join the game, I can tell it's going to be a good game. The lighting is very good, the UI on the left is very clean, and everything else is just very polished. The monetization is very good, there's a lot of different monetization factors, and everything just looks very clean and well done. The game's biggest and most fatal flaw, however, is that it's very oversaturated. Spray It is competing with one of the biggest games on the platform, Spray Paint, which has over 1.1 billion visits. And for the most part, besides the paint balloon and lighting, they're basically the same game. And so if I'm a new player looking for spray paint games, I'm going to go to the game with more players. And there's nothing wrong with that, it's just you probably won't get as many players as Spray Paint, as they'll be taking the majority of your new player audience. But absolutely in no regards is this a failed game. You got over 800,000 players, so that's something to be very proud about. This is definitely one of those games that got into the 1% of successful games. So great work on you and your team's part. The next game is called Destroy Noobs by FJJ. This game has over 1.1 million visits and over 170 concurrent players right now. However, before we jump in, I'm just going to make a comment about the thumbnail real quick. In my personal opinion, this thumbnail is a little too undescriptive. It doesn't really show exactly what the game is about, and there's a lot of empty space and it is not very high quality. However, this is not really a big deal as you're still getting a lot of players and a lot of volume, but it's just something I noticed when I clicked on the game. Let's now get into the game. Okay, so I just got done playing for a little bit, and I'm not gonna lie, this is really addictive. I've been here for the last 5-10 minutes or so, just clicking away at these little noobs, and I think this is a really good core gameplay loop, and I can see exactly why this game has players. However, you mentioned that your biggest problem isn't getting players, it's keeping them. And there's a couple simple things you can do to fix this problem. Firstly, add rebirths. It incentivizes players to keep playing after they've beaten the game so that they don't just leave after they finish the game. Because right now, all there is to do is just roam around the same map with the same things, with the same weapons. No player just wants to do that forever. They want something fresh and different after they finish the game. Maybe adding a new map with some different types of noobs could help increase audience retention by a lot. Besides that, I see great potential in this game, and I think it could go to the front page if some of these changes are made. This next game is Last to Stop Eating Wins by Jack. Jumping right in, this game looks amazing. The map looks really good, the UI looks really good, everything just looks really well put together and well made. I love the little coins around the outside of the map. It just gives players a free reward for just walking around and doing nothing. And I also really like the free rewards at the very top of the screen too. However, if you notice the screen, I'm not really doing anything besides just walking around the map. And that's because I'm waiting for the existing game to end. And it's kind of boring just standing here. And I need something to keep me invested in the game, maybe an obby on the outside, or maybe some obstacles, or something to just keep me invested and wanting to play the game, because right now I'm just waiting for the game to end. Inside the game, it's actually pretty fun. You have to try to push people off their chairs and try to be the last one with the most stamina left, and that's how you win the game. However, I feel like I'm out of control and there's no way to come back if you're down. I think there should be burgers or food around the outside of the map so that if you get pushed off, there's a chance for you to come back and still win. Because once you leave your chair and there's people all around the map who haven't, it's basically over for you. I feel like once these features are added, this could be a front page game, and the ceiling for success in this game is really high. I feel like this is a very engaging and unique concept, and I think it could do very well. The next game is Speed Obby by Salmon. This obby is the most polished of all the other obbies I've seen so far out of the ones that were submitted. However, this game also hops on a trend of the obby but you are a blank that was popularized by obby but you were on a bike. However, this trend is long dead, and unfortunately, with that in mind, this game will probably not get the success it deserves. It's just a case of poor timing. And also, the monetization is kind of lacking. There could be more customization features besides just 2x jump, 2x speed, and just restarting. So I do believe there's more room for improvement there. But besides that, this game is pretty good, and I believe you have a lot of potential coming up in the future. Especially considering how good the levels are and how it progressively gets harder. I really like that. The final game I'll be reviewing today is Plus One Punch Every Second by Scorpion Lord. One thing I just want to mention before going into this game is that I really like the icons, thumbnails, and descriptions. I think they're very good. Let's get right into the game. So I've been playing for a little bit and I can't understand why this doesn't have more players. The lighting and map are beautiful, it has an extremely easy to follow tutorial at the very start, and the gameplay is engaging and is actually really fun. There's perfect monetization for this game, the UI is great, so there's definitely something else holding this game back. So I have a little suspicion that the problem with this game is what you do in it. Punch. If you look up punching on the search page, thousands of games shows up. And that means it's just too saturated for games like this to survive. However, I think there's an easy fix to this problem. Try changing the title of your game to something funny, like Beat Up Noob Simulator, or Beat Up Enemy Simulator, or just Punching Somebody Simulator, or something stupid like that. That'll just get people to just react to the game and to get interested and click on it. Because you really need a separator from your game from all the other generic games out there that are just punching based. Besides that, I see the vision. This game could be huge if you do the right things, and I wish you the best of luck in the future. If your game didn't make it in this video, don't be upset. Please post your games down in the Discord server below, and I'll do my best to give good feedback to you if I have time. Thank you so much for watching.